Me a little early because I'm gonna have to go out a little early, I think. How's everybody doing? Got just sat down. I got to share this out to the land. Mercer, everybody in the house. So was okay. Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, I'm sharing this out to everybody. I got to get you guys up here on my phone so I can see you. Jack Hughes is injured? Oh no. Oh no. That is devastating. That is not good at all. Are you how long? Let me see that. That is not good. Let's see how long when did that come out? Please tell me it's day to day. Glenn got him placed on waivers. Somebody take him. I liked him. Brock Besser. Oh, Brock Besser didn't play last night? Well, geez, I probably wouldn't have taken Vancouver then. I thought he was playing last night. I don't see any injury updates here, but these injury updates have been horrible. Yeah, Kasha's out. Well, how come if it was last night, it should say something here? Jack Hughes. Day to day. Okay. Is day to day and will be evaluated further Wednesday. Okay, at least it's only day to day. It's not terrible, but they've got a pile of injuries there, man. When they get rid of Ty Smith, like insignificant, Miles Wood, and they're playing well without him, so I'm liking New Jersey this year. I've been saying it. I really like New Jersey. Well, so far, I like them better than the Rangers. The Rangers have been pretty. I think they'll turn it around. Like, they had no business. What was it, Detroit? Who did they beat? And who did they beat? And basically, it was Shesterkin was the only reason why they won. John Tavares has been very bad. Man, I haven't really noticed yet. I thought Toronto overall has looked pretty good. Better than I thought. But I might as well get it out of the way right now. The Edmonton Oilers defense is some of the worst defense I've ever seen in my life. Like, I thought they would be bad. And I don't know if anybody was on the stream with Peyton last night, but that was absolutely pathetic. Tyson Barrie is an... Oh, I don't even know what to say. Gustafsson looks good compared to Tyson Barrie, for the love of God. Horrible, horrible. Finally, they took him off the... Well, New Jersey's not one of them, I believe. New Jersey, I think New Jersey is going to hold on here. I do. But the only thing is they may not because they're young. They're still pretty young, so they may fall off. But I really like them. I've liked them from the beginning, so I've liked them before the year, so I'm going to stick with them. But, yeah. It's just like there's teams that suck the first time of the year. By the time they get around to the middle of the year, they look good. Yeah, well, their defense though is so bad that it terribly affects their offense as well, and it's I don't know, it's they got to find a way to get better. I don't know how to do it because man for man, they're doing pretty much what I thought they were going to do. So yeah, yeah, Buffalo is. But I said before the season, I thought that they could surprise this year, and that's mostly because I think Granato is one hell of a coach. Against Vancouver, first of all, I thought Besser was going to be in last night, and he wasn't. Seth Jones has been a hot mess, yeah. Uh, but I like the way they played physically. I just don't think Buffalo is going to be able to do what they did to Vancouver to too many teams. I think they're going to outwork a lot of teams and get points more than people thought. But in the end, of course, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs or anything like that. But they definitely they were just physical against Vancouver, and Vancouver had nothing. Had nothing. Like, it was unbelievable how little they could do anything physically. The only player that was doing something physical was their smallest player, who's always like that. But he's doing it way over the top. There's no way he's going to be able to keep that pace up over 82, and that's Connor Garland. Like, you got to love him and everything because of what he does. Like, he doesn't back down from anybody. But they need more than that. They need some physicality in that lineup, big time, big time. Defense and offense, like there's nothing. Tucker Poolman, yeah, I would agree. I think you could make a case that. No, you couldn't, I guess. That's a good way of putting it, though. Kyle Mercer, yeah. Brock Besser did not play last night, from what I understand. I just read that he. What was that on? Where did I read that now? On Pro Hockey Rumors. Vancouver Canucks have placed Nick Patan on waivers. Okay, oh, maybe he did play last night. Maybe he did play last night. Okay, yeah, he just cleared waivers today. Okay, maybe he did play last night. The Avs are a pretender team. Well, let's get McKinnon in there and get him going with Landeskog back but the scary thing about that has been Kemper so far. Kemper and their overall defense, like what was the best defense in the league. I'm pretty sure they'll turn it around. But the class, from what I've seen so far, the class of the league right now is Minnesota. Oh, I don't think Montreal's playing bad on purpose now. They just don't have that great of a lineup, especially with Edmondson out. I don't know what I was thinking last night. Why did I go against my gut all of a sudden? Just because San Jose did a 6.5-hour road trip. Montreal should have beat them hands down. Hands down. Man, they're just absolutely a disaster there at Montreal right now. Chris Weidman's not an NHL defender, no. And they've got lose Weber, lose Edmondson. You're using a guy like Weidman. It's not going to go well for you. Florida looked very solid tonight. I was all over Florida last night. That was one of my saving picks. Helped me out a lot. But, I mean, the story of the night was Edmonton and their defense. I don't know. I wonder what Tippett said after that, but Philadelphia, maybe 1 or 2 games last year, had played that bad defensively. But, I mean, it's been bad all year, but last night was comical. Making Tyson Barrie look completely lost. They put him on with Kukuk. And he looked completely lost out there. Now they don't even have him. But no, like they can't play him with Darnell Nurse. Those two guys, I don't know who they play him with. Kukuk, that's it. You got to play him with Slater Kukuk. You know what? I haven't even checked that today. I've been so busy. I haven't even checked to see who scored what and all that. We should probably get into that since there's no major news right now. Before I do, I said I was going to share this. I'm going to share this out. Okay, now let's get out. Fritchie keeps, well, I don't know who's going to take him. We'll probably go on waivers or something. Only 2 games tonight, so we can take our time going through the games from last night. The 11 games we had last night. Read your last comment. Well, then I kind of agree with you. Yeah, we were talking about that last night, Mercer. I don't know if you were on, but we said basically the way you use Barrie is you play him on the bottom pairing to capitalize on some 4th line guys with Kukuk and second pairing power play. He's not even that great on the power play. Like he's got a good first pass out of the zone, and that's all he's got. And a big shot. Put him on the second pairing power play and give him maybe 12, 13 minutes tops a night. That's what I believe they got to do with Barrie. That's about all they should be done with Barrie. It's just like what they were doing with Jake Gardiner in Carolina. You know, guys like that they're not good defensively at all. They can only provide offense. and it might as well put him up against guys that can't skate and stuff like that, like fourth line guys. And not to mention, I mean, people will say, well, how is he going to handle those big guys, those big court? He doesn't handle anybody anyways. Is he going to be able to handle them? No, but at least when they get the puck, they're not going to do as much damage than if you put him as a top line defenseman and he doesn't do anything in the corner and gives it up to like Kucherov and stuff. I'd much rather him play against just fourth line guys as much as possible. That's about all you can do. So, but Canucks versus Sabres. The score was 5-2 Sabres, and Weichel gets a Pearls of Wisdom necklace or helmet or whatever. First, right out of the bat, Weichel gets some swag. Nailed it, 5-2. Also, Mercer had the Canucks 5-2. Was Weichel the only... Oh, no, Gamers had the Sabres, and Weichel, that's a big play, buddy. Only 2 people had the Sabres last night. You got it. Helen, which one do you want, Weichel? You can be a rover and play decent defense. Carlson plays decent defense. Is he great? No. Does he, does he take risks that bite him? Yeah, absolutely. But his offense more than makes up for it. Carlson would be a shutdown defenseman compared to Barry. I wouldn't even call Barry a rover, to tell you the honest truth. Honestly, if he actually ran up the ice and played like a forward sometimes and was that extra man in the offensive zone at the right times, I wouldn't even mind as much as poor defense. But he doesn't even do that. The guy's an absolute useless whatever. He got lots of points last year because he was always playing with McDavid. That's it. John Weichel, hi! Yeah. So what do you want, Weichel? Please tell me. Anyways, you're going to hear something that you haven't heard out of my lips ever. I think. I'd have to look. I'll have to get Guido to go back into the what's it called? The archives and see if I've ever said this before. Guido, could you pull up the archives there and see if I've ever said this before? The archives. The folders where you write down everything I say all the time. Yeah, the archives. Don't know what archives are? Yeah, go look at those. Anyways, Skinner played well last night. I said that. Skinner played well last night. He had 4 shots on goals. I saw him diving for pucks several times. He was playing with intention. I know. I was blown away. But Vancouver started out good with Horvat from Pearson and Garland. Garland had a hell of a game last night. Yay, CL, how you doing? Okposo from Gergensons and Darlene tied it up, and then Justin Dowling, of all people, put one in with from Shen and Miller. Zemgun Gergensons got one. I had a feeling that Zemgun Gergensons is going to have a good year. I said that before. Because all you got to do with that dude is just let him go and not overclutter his head. Like, just let him play, and he's sort of like Galchenyuk, except he will change things up a little bit. But as soon as he starts thinking about stuff, he's useless. He's no good. You just got to let him go. He's going to make mistakes. Don't even tell him. But he'll pot you 20 to 25 goals. From Okposo and Cousins. Okposo's going nuts. Maybe Okposo, it's been the product of the poor energy in Buffalo the last few years. And he's going to actually go off this year. Wonder how many minutes he got. He got 14 minutes. Had a goal and assist. Jeff Skinner potted one from Miller and Cousins. Tage Thompson from Butcher and Olofsson. Tage Thompson looked good last night. And then Rasmus Asplund. But Vancouver, like Edmonton, could do nothing defensively. Their forwards were just a poop show. Besides Hoglander and Garland, Besser did play 3 shots on goal. Not going to do much. He hasn't played in a while. He's probably going to be a bit rusty. But everybody else, I barely noticed out there. Luke Shen was playing 14 minutes. But it was one soft game by Vancouver. Buffalo, all they had to do, they could just go boo. They could just like hide around the corner and scare them, and they all would have fallen down last night. Yeah, they ruined me too. They were my two of my parlays. The 2 parlays I did, Vancouver ruined both of them. Rustalainen was playing. Hinostroza doing his normal stuff, just kind of being a little jitterbug out there, getting a few shots. It's really all he does. He is pretty good at keeping it in the offensive zone, though. Kajula, 14 minutes. Everybody is getting pretty much the same minutes in Buffalo. Everybody. There's nobody playing except Asplund. Rasmus Asplund got 18 minutes last night. He was the leader in minutes for... Wow. Like Vancouver should be ashamed of themselves that they lost to this lineup. Will Butcher getting 18 minutes. Hag 20 minutes. Pishik 20 minutes. And again, all of them got pretty much equal time. Podkolzin only played 12. Lauren. Thomas Nowak? Who's that? Anyways, very surprising win by Buffalo. Vancouver looked, I don't know. What if Vancouver keeps on playing like this, you know who's on the hot seat now, eh? By the way, I don't have my bow tie on because my condo complex, something with the heat or something, it's like 120 in here, I swear to God. I can't wear it. It's brutal. Green is going to be gone, I would say. And then it's not going to be long before Benning's finally gone. Like, what would I do for this Vancouver team now? Like, I don't even know what you would do now. You almost get it. You got to fire Benning now. Because this team is too soft to do anything. Even if they have a good Jim Benning. Did I say Brian again? Jim Benning. They got to fire Jim Benning. This team is way too soft. Way, way, way. Even if they did manage to make the playoffs, they're doing nothing in the playoffs. And I don't even know what I would do about it now. You got Tyler Myers, who's 6'8", 229, but might as well be 5'11", 180. And Tucker Poolman, if he catches up to anybody, he can bring a little bit of pain, but that happens very little. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, from what I've watched, the time that I've watched him, the only thing he's really good at now is getting pucks to the net. He's good at that. He's good at getting pucks through traffic. But besides that, nothing spectacular, really. Certainly not how much he's being paid. And same as Luke Shen. Luke Shen is 6'2", 227, which is heavy. Oh my gosh. He's a big guy, but again, he can only do damage if he actually catches somebody. And he doesn't do that anywhere near as much as you need a guy like that to do. What did he have for hits last night in minutes? 2 hits all night, playing 14 minutes. A 6'2", 227-pound defenseman only has 2 hits. The whole defense had 5 hits all night long. Let me guess, Buffalo. Robert Hagg had more hits. I think it's Robert Hagg, anyways. Had more hits than the whole defense of Vancouver, last night. And they had 10 hits altogether. Luke Shen is not a good defenseman, no. I mean, that's the reason why he just keeps on going everywhere. Hag, CL. 6 hits. Whoa, what did I do there? What did I do there? All right, next. I probably should change the title now because people are going to... I thought that was a funny title, but... There will be spankings. Now nobody comes because of that title. Like, that shows me, like, people ask me, like, you know, I love your show. How come you don't get subscribers? Because that's my sense of humor. That's why. I don't know. People don't have a sense of humor. I'm a different dude for sure. I'm not your regular dude. Sharks versus Canadians. Wow, what a disaster that was. Oh, here it is. Why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. That was a disaster, that game. I don't know. Did anybody really watch that game? I was watching everything else because it was pretty much over before it got started. Good for Aiden Hill to get himself a shutout this early. Really ticked off that I didn't go with my gut on this one. I mean, Sharks only had 25 shots on net. So Allen did not have his best night, I would guess. Big ups to Jonathan Dahlin. Here, I'm going to give Jonathan, I know you're watching out there, I'm going to give you some teal pearls in your environment right now. First goal, I don't know, is that first goal of his career? Anyways, he got 2 goals last night. 2 goals, first 2 goals of the game, Jonathan Dahlin. And Meyer got a couple points. Meyer's looking good. I tell you, that energy messed up a bunch of people last year. Erik Karlsson got his first goal of the season. Timo Meier got, 3 points? 3 points, Timo Meier. And he's got 4 points already this year in 2 games? And LeBanc Karlsson got his 3rd from Eklund. So Karlsson's putting up points again. Watch out, man. Yeah, for sure. They'll put him on waivers, but I don't know. How do you buy that contract out? $7 million for 4 or 5 years? That would be terrible, but it probably will be what has to happen, I guess. Nobody's going to take him now. Kenny, come back. Are you the Kenny that was on my Patreon before? We're crushing it over there, dude. Should really come back. Yeah, I have something on that, Kenny. Can't really say. If you want to find out, go back. Go back, buddy. We miss you. Yeah, they're not going to trade Evander Kane, though. Nobody's going to take that. I don't even know who in the league. I don't even think Buffalo would trade Skinner at this point for Kane, believe it or not. I don't even think Buffalo would. Well, of course, not going back to Buffalo no matter what. So, I don't think Calgary would trade Lucic. I don't think anybody, they're not trading him. There's no way. Nobody's going to take that dude. About the only, maybe, if they give their first and a couple picks or something like that, Arizona might take him, but not likely. No, exactly, not even. He played 1 good game. We'll see what happens after that. So I don't know. Did anybody watch that game? Did Allen just have a bad night? I'm sure Montreal's defense was probably pretty poopty. For San Jose, Bonino is getting 17 minutes a night there. That doesn't surprise me. They needed a defensive center there. That Weatherby kid I was telling you about got 13 minutes. Pretty much even for everybody here. Hurdle and Bonino got the most minutes from forwards for San Jose. Now I think they sign Hurdle. Mario Ferrero got 22-18 minutes with Burns last night at 27. Erik Karlsson only had 1:15 in power play time, where Burns had 4 minutes. They got blown out, so you're happy? You don't like Montreal? Dvorak was a -2 and had 19 minutes. I've said along, he's not Danault yet. I mean, he's a good two-way guy, but he's not Danault. Hoffman, what did he get? Hoffman got 3 shots. Hoffman wasn't on the ice for any of those goals, really. That's weird. That is really weird. Neither was Weidman, actually. Savard and Sherratt. Do they have Savard and Sherratt playing on the same line together? That would not be a good combination right there. Did anybody have 5-0? Wow, Gamer, oh no. Gamer almost had the freaking score. He said 6-0. They had them together? Oh, that's terrible. No, you don't want that. I don't know why am I even saying? I feel bad because these are professional coaches in the NHL. And I don't know. It makes me feel uncomfortable to go, why? Like, why would you do that? I would love to hear what their logic is for putting people together. Like in Seattle with Hackstall, putting Alexiak and Larson on the same line together. Like, what would you do that for? I don't get it. I would love to be able to sit down and talk to some guys and just give me the logic behind some of this stuff. Because I'm sure they must. They're in the NHL and I'm not. They got to be smarter than me. They got to know more than I do about what they're doing. Just way over my head, I guess. But I don't understand why you would play two players that can't get the puck out of the zone together. I don't understand that. Like you got, let's look at their lineup there, Montreal's lineup. I was always hockey one-on-one. You put a shutdown guy with a guy that can move the puck. Sometimes shutdown guys like Slavin, okay, that's different. He can move the puck out of the zone all day. But, you know, Sherratt is not known for his passing ability. He's great at getting the puck off the sticks of people. He's not terrible at getting out of the zone, but he's not astute at it either. And Savard has been a basket case. He was one time, but I don't know what. He has not been good. He's been behind the play ever since he was in Columbus. Where the heck is Montreal? Here, Canadians. Sherratt and Savard. They got Romanoff and Petrie and Sherratt and Savard. Why you play Sherratt and Petrie, Romanoff and Savard? That's hockey one-on-one. I don't get it. All right, whatever. What do I know, I guess. Good thing they did put Mike Hoffman on the second line. They figured out you cannot put Mike Hoffman on the third line, which is why I didn't understand why they went and grabbed him. Because Toffoli shouldn't be on your third line either. But you can't play Hoffman other than your top two. You put him on your third line, and he's just going to get worked everywhere. He needs to play with the center so he can shoot. It's his only thing that he is really astute at. Gallagher didn't play well. Gallagher probably didn't play well because he's got Hoffman on his line. Hoffman is really, really bad. Like, really bad. He's been getting worse every year. I didn't like that signing. I wouldn't like anybody signing Hoffman. He's getting worse every year. Anyways, it's not going to be fun for Washington this year. I guess I should look at San Jose's lineup, see what they did. Where the heck is San Jose? Oh, it's down here. Well, Nick Ritchie had a good year last year, so I wouldn't say he's getting worse every year, but he's looked really bad in Toronto so far. Eklund, Hurdle, and Balcers. So this lineup is pretty mad, but you change the energy on a team and changes everything. Okay. Next. Who had the Habs? I had the Habs. Lauren had the Habs. And Mercer had the Habs. Everybody else had the Sharks. Panthers versus Lightning, and I got this one right. I don't know if I got the score right. What was the score? Oh, I almost got the score right. 4-1 Panthers, and they were all over the Lightning last night. It was, but I mean, the shots were the same, but the Florida looked like they were in control the whole night, I thought. Montour from Reinhardt and Lundell. Reinhardt finally got his first point. Braden point pots one. Hedman's got 6 assists already. He's going to get the Norris. That's what I thought. Well, I mean, it's early, but more than likely, he's getting it this year again. Barkov from Verhaeghe. Anton Lundell got his first. So 2 points last night for Lundell. Reinhardt, they put Reinhardt on that third line with Lundell. And came out and worked really well. I don't like it. I would rather him play center, but they're not going to apparently. Duclair, they put Duclair on the top line, and he potted another one with Barkov and Forsling. Sam Bennett had 17 minutes. Duclair still only had 12 minutes. Duclair must not be the most well-conditioned player or have asthma or something, because he's got a killer shot. Yeah, he's not great defensively, but he's got a killer shot. But no matter where he goes, he never plays more than 12 minutes. I don't know what it is. He's either not very well-conditioned or maybe it's just because he's poor defensively, so they don't want to take any chances with him. But he was up on the top line, and they don't play him on the power play, ever. No team ever plays him on the power play. Lundell had 17 minutes last night. Barkov, of course, crazy, 22. Joe Thornton still getting 10 minutes. Old man Thornton still getting 10 minutes a night there. I didn't hardly notice him at all. Frank Vatrano got the bench last night. 7 minutes is all Frank Vatrano got. And Owen Tippett's only getting 11 minutes. That's the way Q is, though. He has an expectation, and if you don't reach it, you're not getting the ice time. So Panthers will, while we picked them to be first in the division, it looks like they're certainly heading that direction. Uyghur had Ekblad had the most minutes last night. Montour and Connaughton only had 10 minutes each, and Gudas and Forsling. Forsling played 22:51 yesterday. And Tampa Bay is struggling with the loss of their players. Corey Perry's playing way too many minutes, 14 minutes. I think if I look on this, they had him on the top line last night. Yeah, they're struggling to adjust with and Vasilevsky only had a .903, which they're struggling to adjust with the loss of players, it seems, for sure. Joe Thornton got what? Let me see what we got here. What were you trying to say that? That was really a nasty cup check. Oh, he got hit last night? I didn't see that. I guess I should look at the highlights, eh? Yeah, Duclair was on the top line. Huberto, Bennett, Tippett, but they're not playing him on the power play, just 5-on-5. Vetrano with Lundell and Reinhart, but he only played 7 minutes, so maybe he got hurt. Maybe Vetrano got hurt last night. Because they had Mason Marchman on that line. He got fined. Oh. What did he do? What did he do? Oh, I got to look up that. Joe Thornton got fined? He got fined $1,875 for slashing. Let me see this. No. How come they don't have a video on it? Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Show that again? What, did he get him right in the nads or what? Oh, yeah, for sure. What was he doing there? That's pretty stupid. Like, that is pretty stupid. Weird. That's weird. That's very weird that Joe Thornton would do that. Mike Smith out day to day, yeah. Palat from Point and Stamkos. What did we have? Who did we have that? It was 4-1. I had 4-2. Mercer had 6-2. CL had 6-3 Panthers. Lauren had 5-4. And Hajin had the Bolts and Epic Gamer had the Bolts. So we were close, but we didn't nail it. Close, but no cigar. No, where did they have Corey Perry playing with Ross and Maroon? Yeah, they're struggling to get some chemistry there in Tampa right now, I think. Not to mention, winning the Stanley Cup, the energy's a little like, okay, here we go back to the season again. After going through a Stanley Cup like that and being on such a high, it's got to be tough to get that competitive juices going again. Panthers, if Knight keeps on playing like that, and looks like he's going to, it looks like we have a prodigy goaltender there. Florida is going to be freaking almost impossible to beat this year. Florida is got to be the cup favorite this year if he plays like that. I was outside Dufan. I think you probably want to re-say that. Yeah, his two-way play is supposed to be absolutely fantastic. When he got drafted, Lundell was compared to Bergeron or guys like that. Like Kopitar, but not as much offense. but still a really good two-way guy. So his skating needed a little bit of work, but from what I saw, he looked fine. It looked like his skating was okay. He's such an intelligent player that it doesn't really matter. All right, let's go to the next game. Kraken versus the Devils, and we had the Devils all day here. I did anyways. Anybody have Seattle? CL was the only one that took. No, Seattle. Lauren, you took the Kraken. Oh yeah, because you're a big Kraken fan. But I nailed it. Woo! I get another one. 4-2 Devils. 3-2. Oh, Tajin had 3-2. Oh, Epic. He's not in here, though. Epic Gamer. Last time you give Hack your confidence? Yeah. Epic Gamer's not here. He doesn't get the swag. Oh, my gosh. He's going to be devastated, I'm sure, when he finds out. Oh, man. Maybe we just won't tell him so it doesn't affect his life or anything, right? You don't want him going into some mass depression or something. Dawson Mercer with his first goal. Man, do I love that guy. I love Dawson Mercer. Love, 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 love. Exactly what New Jersey needed. He plays like well above his years. I watched a lot of that game last night because I just love New Jersey this year. Tatar Graves got 2 assists. Severson from Hughes, and Hughes is day-to-day with an injury. That's going to be difficult. But if he's only day-to-day, then it's all right. Dunn got back on the lineup again. Shahan got a goal, which is rare. He doesn't get too many goals. From Larson and Dunn. Now, that's the combination you need to play there. Not Alexiak. Dunn. Jimmy Vesey got a goal. Wow. Wonder if Lindsey Ruff can get Jimmy Vesey going, man. That would be huge. But it's only 1 goal. But Lindsey Ruff seems to be getting the best out of this lineup. Jared McCann again got another goal from Giordano, and Gord is back in the lineup. He got an assist with Pavel Zacha putting it away from McLeod and Heischer. It doesn't say empty net there either, so it wasn't an empty net. I didn't watch the end there to see who scored. Everley played 23 minutes last night. Probably because Donato got booted for something. Tanev only played 10. Schwartz still playing 22 minutes, no points. No points for Schwartz. I know you love his energy and all that stuff like that, but he's just not the player he once was. Wenberg, 16 minutes, ouch. Don't like that. And Gord in his first game got 22 minutes, so they're playing the bugger out of him. As far as defense is concerned, pretty much everybody got the same. They're giving Susie more minutes, finally, which is good. BC got 13. Mercer got 12. They're gonna have to start giving him more minutes, man. The guy, every time I see him on the ice, he's noticeable. Tatar finally got sick. Okay, Tatar, because the last game Tatar only had like 10 minutes, but they gave him 16 this time. Hamilton had 25 minutes. Graves, 22. That's the top 2 for New Jersey now. And that Geertsen dude. Okay, Geertsen they picked up from... Who did they pick up him from? on waivers in the preseason. The guy played last night, had 3 minutes of time on ice and 15 minutes in penalty minutes. We got the goon back. Bring back the goons, I say. Bring back the goons. We need the goons back in hockey. 3 minutes of ice time and 15 minutes in penalty minutes. Bernier knocks it out of the park, 27 and 29. You guys know what I think of Bernier. So, let's see what the lineups were like. That means they probably played Tatar higher now. Now playing with the third with Mercer and Johansson. Zaka, Hischer, Bratt, Kaukinen, Hughes, Sharangovich. Normal. And then Geertsen, McLeod, and VC. Woo! I don't know. From what I see from Seattle, like I said, I think they're about a 500 team. That's kind of what I thought. Maybe a little less than 500. But we'll see now that Yanni Gord is back. It's Schwartz, Gord, and Eberle, which is a pretty fight. It's a pretty speedy line, but they're not going to scare anybody. That's pretty small. That's a pretty small line. And Tanev, McCann. They got Morgan Geekie now playing on the right side on the second line. Donato again gets put down to the fourth line. Everywhere Donato goes, everywhere. Boston, Minnesota, San Jose, he ends up being a fourth liner because he can't play defense to save his life. He's a power play specialist and that's it. So they put him on the fourth line, play him every once in a while. Like Nathan Bastian is up higher than the lineup than him. Wenberg gets dropped down to the third line. Donskoy, Wenberg, Bastian as your third line. Eesh. They're pretty soft. Pretty soft team, except for on defense. And Hayden Fleury was scratched again, Lauren. Hayden Fleury did not play. Dunn played in his place. Chris Stringer's hurt? Oh. So that's why they're playing the crap out of Bernier. Or out of Grubauer. Oh, it was Joey Decord that was playing last night. I completely forgot about that too. Yeah, Joey Decord they played. Because Chris Stringer was injured. That's part of the reason. He played for Ottawa. I mean, he's a cool story, but Joey Decord, you don't want him playing very, very often. He's not that great of a goaltender, and he didn't do very well last night. All right, next game. Stars versus Penguins, and this is just like Tampa Bay and Pittsburgh. I just should never pick either one of them ever. Never. I can't seem to pick the games that Pittsburgh's going to win. Like that was almost like a guaranteed win for me for Dallas, because Dallas was on the road for a long time. Pittsburgh was well rested, and Holtby is in net. Holtby of all people. But Holtby so far has looked good. Pretty voodoo. I don't know, but yeah, Decord played, yeah. Stars win 2-1 in a shootout. Who would have thought in the beginning of the year you would have thought Holtby and Jari were in net and it was going to be a goaltender's duel. but it was. Michael Raffle is lighting it up, CL. I know that hurts a bit. He is lighting it up in Dallas. He got another goal last night from Faksa and Heiskanen. And you know as well as I do, and everybody knows, we all thought Raffle had more offense than he was given a chance to have in Philadelphia. He scored against the Pens. You're happy, yeah. John Marino from McGinn and Peterson. And the shots were 29-28. I watched this game. It was kind of boring. There wasn't really... They were both playing a very defensive game. I don't know why I didn't take the under on that game. Because it's Holtby in net. But Jari, this goaltending coach, obviously, for Dallas, or for Pittsburgh, that they got for Jari is working because he's playing well. Ropo Hintz only had 12 minutes last night of ice time. What's going on with that? Raffle had 17 minutes of ice time for Dallas. Ben is getting ice time like crazy. Fax is getting ice time. That Peterson guy from Sweden is getting ice time. And Sagan, but I don't know what's going on with Ropo Hintz. If he made a big mistake or something, and he sat him or what? Zucker's still... Why does Zucker keep on getting ice time over and over and over again in Pittsburgh? But it works. I'm not going to question him. There's a good question, like, how do I question Sullivan? He gets so much out of this lineup, you can't really blame him. You can't really say anything because his lineup is garbage. Really. On paper, it's a terrible lineup. If they make the playoffs and he doesn't get Coach of the Year this year, I'm going to call up Mr. Bettman and request an investigation by the league. There's no way that they should not make the playoffs. If they make the playoffs, he shouldn't get Coach of the Year. Unless something really crazy happens, like Buffalo makes it or something like that. What did we have for scores here? CL had 2 1-stars. CL, you got her, buddy. You got her. I know. He should have played more on the top 6, I always thought. Two. You get a necklace of whatever one. Which one do you want? You nailed it, CL. Mercer had the Penguins. Hajin had the Penguins. But you nailed the score and everything. Woohoo! Big Perlinets for CL. Yeah, buddy. Look at this lineup, though. Gunsel, Carter, Heinen. Zucker, Rodriguez, Kapanen, Reese, Bluger, McGinn, O'Connor, Boyle, and Dominic Simone. And they're like crushing it. I just don't understand. No Russ, no Malkin, no Crosby, no problems. Even though they did lose to Dallas a lot, like they've won. They got a point in almost every game. Have they even lost? They've got a point in every game this year, right? No. Nothing special at all, that's for sure. Like Ben, Sagan, Radulov, Raffle. They got Raffle playing with Faksa and Pavelski. Jacob Peterson with Hintz and Kiviranta. I just don't understand why Ropo's not getting playing. I don't get it. And Gurianov now is a fourth-line guy. Watch for Gurianov to be put on waivers here soon. Yeah. It makes, yeah, well, I mean, like, that's really a bad lineup. But it's not like it just happened now. It's always been like that with Sullivan as a coach. Like, they have injuries. It doesn't matter what seems to happen. Goaltenders have a bad year. They use their third stringer. They always makes the playoffs, and he never gets a coach of the year, which is crazy. Joel Hanley was playing with hack and pass. Joel Hanley was playing with a hack and pass. Is there anybody on waivers? I don't know. Jarvis makes his debut tomorrow. Cool. All right, CL, you didn't tell me what you want. Necklace, please. Okay, Pearls of Wisdom necklace. Helen. Yeah, Pearls of Wisdom necklace for CL. Get that out to the Perlocopter, please. Thanks. Hack and pa. Yeah, buddy. By the way, I'm going to be doing the third period. You guys have Slapshot Sweethearts. Are you subbed up to Slapshot Sweethearts? So I'm going to be doing the third period of the Philly-Boston game tonight with them. Want to check that out. Avs versus Caps, and I got my butt handed to me on this one. I never put this in a pick on Patreon, though. Good thing I didn't. Because all of a sudden, I find out McKinnon's in, and I'm taking... I don't know what... I got something against Washington this year. Ovechkin's going to make me look bad all day. He's just playing out of his head. Well, he's not used to the speed of the NHL yet. He's just got to get used to the speed of the NHL. Nice is right. Okay. So we'll look at Avs and Caps, and let me do it right away. We'll see what's this. What did we have for scores here? It was 6-3. Nobody had 6-3. Hajing and Mercer had 4-3 Caps. Lauren had 3-2 Caps. And me and CL had the Avs, and we were so very, very wrong. Kuznetsov looks like he has decided to play hockey this year. 2 goals for Kuznetsov. Ovechkin didn't even have a goal in this game. Nick Jensen scored a goal. That doesn't happen very often. Sheahan and Jensen got a goal on the same day. That's almost like winning the lottery. Darren Helm, O'Connor, and Byram. Darren Helm, too. My gosh. There's voodoo in the land. Holy, go out and get a ticket, you guys. Who's playing like a young Ovechkin? Mercer. Who's playing like a young Ovechkin? And Anthony Mantha potted one. But Darren Helm, Nick Jensen, and Sheahan all scored a goal on the same day. There's something out there. There's something to that, for sure. That's weird. McKinnon played 20 minutes on his first game back. He was a -5. Ouch. He wasn't the only one, though. Rantanen was also a -5. It's going to take a bit, I think, for them to get moving, but I think Colorado's going to be okay. I think they'll be okay. But Bowen Byram only played 16 minutes Jack Johnson played 12. Jack Johnson is okay. I guess I thought he was injured, but Eric Johnson, 20. So they're mixing the minutes up pretty good. And then McDermott. One thing you got to say about that Colorado defense is they are pretty soft. Leo Komarov in the AHL where he belongs. Yeah, he is. He plays crushing it. Oh, Ovechkin is playing like a young Ovechkin. I got you. I think Ovi also. I think Ovi wants to win, and I think he heard all the noise about Washington not being good this year, and I imagine that's put a fire in his belly. Oh, I think he can do it for sure. I don't think there's much to see with that Colorado lineup. He will be 41. He looks like a guy that can play forever. He has to score 40 goals a year, though, doesn't he? I think he'll probably be Gretzky, too, yeah. I wanted to see where they were playing Mantha. Oh, they are playing him on the left wing. With Eller and Sprong, Lars Eller and Sprong. It's not that great of a lineup, really. I don't know. To me, it's smoke and mirrors. I don't think that they're going to be able to hold up Washington. I really don't. He's projected 48. He'll get 40 for sure. I still don't think. I just can't see that. I can't see that lineup making it. Like, I know they're having a good start, but I just can't see it. All right, let's go to the next game. Oh, yeah, the Blue Jackets and Red Wings. Blue Jackets looked terrible last night. I did watch some of that game, and they do not look like a cohesive unit at all. They look really bad last night. Having Korpisalo is in there doesn't help. He's just not that very good of a goaltender. I'll quickly go over there. There was Grice is playing really well again. He almost always does to start the year. He just can't play a lot. As soon as you play him a lot of games, you were wrong. Oh yeah, you had 5-1 Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets got outshot 45-23. They looked terrible. I watched that game. Lucas Raymond got his first goal, which is cool. From Larkin and Leddy. Tyler Bertuzzi got another one last night. And so Raymond has 3 points already this year. Bertuzzi from Larkin and Raymond. Boone Jenner got a goal from Voracek and Laine. And Nemeshnikov, whatever, he'll always pot 15-20, something like that. Surprise you. Can't play. Again, really shouldn't be in the NHL as far as I'm concerned. Oh, yeah. Merzlikins is way better. I don't like Korpisalo at all. And then Adam Erne from Nemeshnikov and Rasmussen. Who is he playing? Cole Sillinger's only getting 9 minutes. Send him to junior. There's no use. Like, what are you keeping him up for if you're only going to play him that much? That Shinnikov kid had 2 shots, 12. If you don't know who Shinnikov is, they got him. They took him off the board in the first round 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Nobody even knew who he was, and he's already playing in the NHL now. Peak and Harrington had the least amount. Yeah, pretty much. I'm surprised Boquist has not looked good. And I was like praising him, saying he's going to be great and all that. Jake Bean has actually looked better. And Gavrikov had 22-25. Raymond only had 13.55 and he had managed 2 points. But Bertuzzi with 5 goals already on the year. But we had 4-1. Anybody have 4-1? No. I had 3-2. Epic Gamer had 4-3. CL had 5-1 BJ's. Closest was with Lauren, 4-2. And Hajin had the Jackets as well. Elvis has left the building. Yeah, I guess. I would go with a pretty good theme there, I guess. What was I looking at? Oh, yeah, right here. I wanted to see how Detroit's got their lineup set up. They actually are starting to have a roster now, Detroit. That especially if that kid can keep on playing like he is, Lucas Raymond, top line they have him with Dylan Larkin and Bertuzzi. I was watching Pius Suter last night, and sorry, he left a lot to be desired. He's getting overmatched all over the ice. Pretty good passer, which is good for having Philip Zadina beside you. But yeah, they're not there. They're not there. There's a lineup is starting to form, but they're still not there. Moritz Seider is fantastic. He's going to be just an absolute beast. Yeah, he was actually named after Presley. Yeah, Elvis Merzlikins. Okay, next game. The Islanders and Hawks, which was a really boring game. I watched it, and they ended up scoring later. But it was boring in the way that Islanders usually win. And they end up winning. The Blackhawks did outshoot them 40-29, which actually is good for the Islanders because that means Sorokin got his groove on and got back into it. Oliver Wahlstrom had 2 goals. Are they ever going to start giving that guy freaking minutes? Finally? Oh, 14. You got 14 minutes. 8 shots on goal. Like, they should be playing him like crazy. Here I am arguing with Barry Trotz. Yeah, Barry, listen to me, buddy. You're only the best coach possibly of this generation, but you better listen to me. You called it for the Islanders, did you? You had 3-1 Isles, Lauren. You did that last time. It was 4-1 Isles. Hajin had 4-2. All around it, but nobody had it. I took the Hawks in OT. Mercer was not having a great day. You weren't having a great day yesterday. Not like your usual. You go against the Isles for one and they win. They're still playing. He's still playing Parise 15 minutes a night. Like what? He was very close. Yeah. Look, they're still playing Parise 15 minutes a night, and Bailey too. I'm starting to get a little bit wondering about Trotz and his ice time that he gives players. What Beauvillier is getting less ice time than Bailey? Like why? Watching out there, especially if you want offense, Beauvillier is. I think he looks like he's outplaying most. Kiefer Bellows had 5 hits. So Kiefer Bellows, it looks like his role is going to be a fourth liner in the NHL. Because he didn't put much offense in the AHL at all. And it doesn't look like he's going to keep on doing that here. And Jean Pajot gets 18 minutes. I get that. He's a great two-way player. But Pajot got 18 minutes and Barzal got 15. So I'm guessing he wasn't too impressed with Barzal the last couple games. Damn, yeah. No, Dobson back down in minutes again. Oh, Kirby Dach finally got 17 minutes. Kane, Tyler Johnson, I don't know. Kuliton pretty much gives everybody the same. Jones last night, from what I saw, I watched it a little bit specifically to watch Jones, probably had his best night that I've seen. I can't say he looked great, but he didn't look absolutely diabolical like he did before. But Jones, Murphy, McCabe had 23 minutes each. And Gustafsson and Riley Stillman had 12, which makes sense. Yeah, they played Kirby Dach on the top line with Hagel and Kane. I like that. I got to figure that they're going to get it going eventually. Was Fleury in net last night? I didn't even check that. He was, right? Fleury was in net. Dylan Strome was back in the lineup, playing on the right wing. That guy can't play right wing. They're trying to find a spot for him, I guess. Yeah, he was in. His numbers have not been good so far, that's for sure. But Chicago has been an absolute disaster defensively too. So I have to think that I have more faith that Chicago is going to get better defensively than Edmonton, though. Has Taves scored yet? Good question. No. In fact, Taves does not have a point yet in 4 games. Not a single point. I'm going to go heat up my coffee and then we'll look at. We got 3 more games and then we'll do our picks for tomorrow. We'll get at Kings and Predators after this. Okay, we better get on these quick, I guess, so we can get our 2 games in for tomorrow. Kings versus Predators. The Predators have been looking actually fantastic. They haven't. I watched that game. They are playing like a bat out of hell. I don't know if they're going to be able to keep that up over an 82 schedule, but they are playing with. They are beating everybody to the puck. You can say whatever you want about Hines. I've heard a lot of, but they look great. He's getting the best out of that lineup for sure. And of course, Saros too helps, gives you confidence. Matt Duchene got a goal last night. And LA did not play bad. They played a pretty good road game. But Nashville's going to be a handful for everybody right now. I had 2-1 Kings. Lauren had 3-2 Preds. Eugene had 3-1 Kings. Close. CL had 4-1 Kings. No, not close. Sorry. Mercer had 3-2 Preds. Are they ever going to give Velarde ice time, for the love of God? What's going on, man? You telling me I might be wrong about Velarde? Nah. Can't be. Grunstrom came in. Who was out then? Oh, I might have been wrong about this LA team. I don't know. We'll see. Peterson had a good night. Luke Cunnin still getting lots of ice time, but not producing. It's basically the same thing over and over again. You look at, Novak. This is a Novak. I don't even know who Novak is. And he played, and Jeannot looked good again. Jeannot's got to start getting more ice time, man. He looks really good every time he's on the ice. Matt Duchene got 18 minutes of ice time. They do play tough. They play tough, man. They played tough last night, that's for sure. Fabro was finally back in getting some ice time last night. And Saros stopped 25-26. It really all goes around Saros, though. But they play a good defensive system around him, too. It was a pretty impressive game by Nashville. What I watched, they're going to be a tough out this year. Really tough. I'm starting to wonder if you got to put them in the conversation of making the playoffs there, really, if they're going to play like that. If they're going to play like that every night, I bet you they make it. I think there's a lot of teams that they're gonna beat just by outworking them. Jets versus Wild. That was a crazy game. Crazy game. Kaprizov looked amazing last night. Actually, the Jets looked really good too. But the big question is, what's going on with Hollaback, man? I brought it up in my. This was a fun game to watch, and I was doing a live with Peyton last night, and I was kind of wishing I wasn't watching the Oilers be an absolute freaking basket case in their own zone, because I would have rather watched this one. Kyle Connor got one. Kaprizov was insane. I just freaking love that guy. Joel Eriksson Ek with the Hattie. If Joel Eriksson Ek starts adding offense to his already fantastic two-way game, I don't know, man. He could be looking like the number one they've always wanted. They may not even need a number one. He could be it. He got two. Connor got two last night. Pierre-Luc Dubois even got a goal last night. Connor got 3 points. Kopp, Scheifele, Pionk. Marcus Foligno, Goligoski got a couple. Eriksson, again, got a hat trick and got one in overtime. Kaprizov got 3 assists. Everything was just like, they are just clicking. The Minnesota's so dangerous in the offensive zone. I honestly don't know. I don't know if there's a team in the league that's more dangerous than Minnesota in the offensive zone. Like, just they pass so well together. It looks like they've been playing together for their whole lives. It's incredible. Curse of the Vezina, yeah. Andrew Kopp had 22 minutes of ice time last night, 3 points. I love Kopp. I've been saying that for a long time. They should play him higher in the lineup. But they need to get some depth there in Winnipeg. Again, they had it. Losing Appleton has been big. Vasilinen, I don't even notice a guy out there. They played Svechnikov 6 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. It's just their possession time and passing in the offensive zone is, I think it's second to none. There's a lot of teams that do things different ways and do well in the offensive zone, but I think as far as like just pure skill and like they make some risky plays that are like tape to tape. They almost look like the Harlem Globetrotters of the league in the offensive zone. Most coaches wouldn't even allow their players to make some of the plays that they make there. They make some pretty risky plays and tape to tape nail it. It's freaking crazy. Oh, did Boydell get hurt last night? He only played 4 minutes. Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention that. When Minnesota scored in overtime, Logan Stanley was on the ice. Logan Stanley was on the ice in overtime. What the heck is that? You got Schmidt, Morrissey, even DeMello, Logan Stanley on the ice in overtime? That's crazy. Yeah, it was offside, yeah. But that was a freaking awesome game. The thing is, though, I think it gave Winnipeg confidence back again. Like, you saw the fire in their eyes last night. I think you're going to see Winnipeg beat the crap out of Anaheim the next game. Fire Paul Maurice? I don't think that's happening. They love him in Winnipeg. Oh, finally, Rask only got 18 minutes. That's all he should be getting. Merrill, Dumba, Brodin, Kulikov. Yeah, Everson deploys his. I always agree with the way that Everson deploys his players. It always makes sense. I don't know. They better not beat Edmonton, I'll tell you that right now. Or I'm pretty sure I'm going to strip the oil right off my chest. Don't give you a reason to bet on the Jets again. I think they're going to win. They were outshot 44-30, though. I better go through these games quick now, so we're not going to look at lineup. Oh, no. Oh, I can look at them really quick because I want to see how Paul Maurice has got these lineups and why the heck is Stanley on the. Well, that's not going to tell me, but can somebody explain to me how Stanley is on the ice in overtime? He was head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs, yes. He was also head coach in Carolina. That's why he's saying fire him. He doesn't like him. And not much difference there. All right, finally we got. Okay, did anybody have 5-4? No. I had the Wild. Mercer had the Wild. We thought it was a low-scoring game for some reason. Everybody had 2-1, 1-0. Lauren had 3-2 Jets. Who was coach of the Winnipeg Jets before Paul Maurice? Was it, who was coach? It wasn't Randy Carlisle, right? Because he finished in LA. No, Don Waddell was a general manager. Claude Noel. Oh, okay. Jeez. That's a forgettable name. Okay, finally I can get my rant on here. Oilers versus the Ducks. I already said it in the beginning of the broadcast. The Oilers' defense is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. This shouldn't even have been close. 6-5. And it was just a circus every time they were in their own zone, pretty much. Pretty much every time they were in their own zone, it was an absolute disaster. Connor McDavid, of course, scored because he's going to do that. Cassian got 2, I believe. It was probably the best game we've seen Cassian play in a very long time. Oh, Sam Steele. I didn't even notice that Sam Steele scored one of those goals. My guy Lundestrom has 3 assists so far. Delorier had a crazy slapper from the off wing. Which one was it? Was it Sam Steele that... My gosh. Are you kidding me? Sam Steele had 2, and he turned Barry around like he was Sam Steele might as well have been McDavid. Lundestrom has 4 points now. Sam Steele might as well have been McDavid. He turned Barry around so much. And then Barry turned around, and instead of like trying to grab him or trip him down, because he totally beat him, totally, he just put his stick out, just put his stick out like that, kind of reached out, and I don't know what he was doing. It's not even close to the puck. He's just, it was horrible. He should have grabbed him and hauled him down or tripped him in the skates or anything. No. And after that play, Barry finally went down to the bottom pairing with Kukkonen, or whatever his name is. Not Kukkonen. Kukuk. It was disgusting. He had so many bad plays. 18 minutes too many. 18 minutes too many. Barry was on the ice. Nurse was not really good. Bouchard was great. Bouchard should be getting 30 minutes a night. He's their best defenseman for sure. Duncan Keith was blah. CC was blah. It was just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Anyways, Yamamoto only had 10 minutes. He didn't look good. I actually understand why, because he didn't look good. I don't know if he was injured or what, but it was a disgusting display of defense, I'll tell you that right now. Stoli stopped 31 shots in 36 games. 36. I imagine if Gibson was playing, because Stoli didn't have the best night, he was okay. But if Gibson was playing, Edmonton doesn't win that game last night. There's no way. Okay, let's get into, because what do we got? 15 minutes? We'll get in. There's only 2 games tonight, so we'll get into the games for tonight. And then whatever time we have left, I got to bolt out of here really fast. I got to pick up, my wife early, so. We'll start with the Bruins and Flyers. Michael Stone out. That doesn't matter. Michael Stone is not a good defenseman. Bruins versus Flyers. But thank you, Weichel, for all the updates. You're awesome at that. Bruins versus Flyers, and for reasons only AV, Alain Vigneault will know, Jones is going to be a net for the Flyers. Jones is going to be a net for the Flyers, so. Weichel, 5-2 Bruins. And Swayman's in net for Boston. Mercer, 2-1 Flyers. Yeah, Risto and McEwen and Jones. Lauren, 4-2 Bruins. I don't get for the life of me why the hell you would put. I don't get for the life of me why you would put Jones in on this game, but AV does that weird stuff sometimes to build confidence in his backups, so. 5-4 Philly. That makes about sense, actually. But I just don't see Philly scoring 5 goals on Swayman. That's the problem. I love Philadelphia's energy here. It feels like a tie. I'm going to say 3-2 Bruins. It feels like a tie. If it goes to a shootout, I'm taking Swayman over Jones all day. Yeah, Swayman is a damn good goalie. You're going to be looking at like the goaltending. Who wins the Vezina for the next while? Like Spencer Knight, Swayman, Shesterkin, Demko. Like, wow, the goaltending for the next few years is going to be insane. The young goaltenders that are out there are just freaking crazy. I don't want to take the Bruins. I'm a Flyers fan, but I have no choice. If you're going to put Jones in there, I have no choice. I mean, am I hoping that they found the combination for Jones? Yeah, but I got to see it because maybe Jack Campbell. We'll see if his consistency is. I'm really rooting for Jack Campbell. I hope Jack Campbell can be as great as he's always thought that he could be. He's doing good so far. If he can, Toronto is in good shape. Not bad shape, that's for sure. If he can keep it up. But he's shown spurts like this almost his whole career. And then, he doesn't usually keep it up. But he doesn't usually do terrible now. He's always average or better. He's a good goaltender now, no doubt about it. It's a question is he a great goaltender? We'll have to see. That's it. That's everybody. Okay, so the Blues and Golden Knights, and this is going to be an interesting game. Because the Golden Knights are without Pacioretty and Stone. Now, I don't think there's been any goaltender confirmations, but almost assuredly it's going to be Binnington and Lehner. I would have to think. Yeah, it's Binnington and Lehner. I'm going to check out What's Vegas lineup look like? Like that's gonna. I know as soon as I look at that lineup, I'm gonna be like, yeah, they're not winning. The Blues pretty almost caved against Arizona, though. I wonder if that was a wake-up call for them. That you can't take anybody lightly. Dadonov, Chandler Stevenson, and Nicholas Roy is their second line. Their third line, Peyton Krebs, Nolan Patrick, and Keegan Colasar. Brett Howden is back, which doesn't mean much because he's been terrible. Carrier, Howden, and yeah. CL has the Blues 3-2. Oh, Hockey News Reports. You message me right now and tell me if if you have time to do that. But thanks, everybody, by the way, I don't know if you have subscribed to Hockey News Reports yet, but you should. Get yourself all subbed up to him, too. He's got his own channel. Pretty smart hockey dude. Weichel, 4-2 Blues. Lad MVP. They probably won't fire Holland, and Holland will probably trade Konovalov at the deadline for like James Van Riemsdyk or something like that. Or another offensive defenseman, maybe Keith Yandel. So we'll just get all the crappy defensemen on our team. Although Yandel looked pretty good for Philadelphia last game. So I got CL and I got Mercer in here. Wait, oh, do I have Mercer? Mercer 4-3. No, I don't. Lauren is going against the grid. And I'm saying 5-2 Blues. I'm saying 5-2 Blues. Yeah, I don't know if I'd use the word solid, but for him, yeah, he's been good. They're using him in a spot where he doesn't like the way they should use Barry, bottom pairing, power play. You know, try not to have him play against the other team's top line too much. Let me look at Philly. They got Yandel. See, yeah, they got Yandel playing on the bottom pairing with Justin Braun. Ranheim is going to play with Ristolainen. We'll see how that. I want to watch that just to see what Risto does. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what he can do in Philadelphia. I'm not jumping through. I'll message you and we'll see what it entails, like what I got to do and how much time it'll take and all that stuff like that. And we'll see if we can do it. Or maybe I can get somebody else to help me or something like that. The thing now with hockey started again, I'm doing all my capping stuff and it takes a lot of time. Once we get up to 100 concurrents, I won't need to do that anymore. And then I can take full time on this. I'll throw that I'll give that Patreon away to a buddy. And make it very easy, okay? Risto versus Carlo dropping the gloves. That'll be interesting. I don't know how much of a fighter Risto is, actually. It's something to say there. Taylor Hall has not looked good already. But it's only been one game. It'll be interesting to see how he does with Coyle and Smith. DeBrusque, Holla, and Foligno so far has looked like the better line. Oh, well, we're gonna get up there yet. Today I knew there's only 2 games on tonight, so you get a few less viewers, but we'll get up there, no doubt about it. They still got Grzelcyk and Clifton together. That can't be. There's no way that can be. I don't know why they would do that. Every time I see it, Grzelcyk is with Carlo. But when you look at Cap Friendly, they got him with Connor Clifton. So if you guys are in the chats with everybody, let them know about this. Get as many people in here as we can. Once you get up to 20 or somewhere around there, then people start coming in and seeing what's people watching there. They see only 5 or 6 and they go, oh, okay, it's not. It's just human nature. But once you get up to 20, 25, it goes up pretty fast after that. Now, I'm going to have to let you guys go, though. I got to take off right now. I got to go get the little lady. So I will talk to you later, tomorrow, I guess. We'll have 2 games to talk about. And then Thursday, there is a whole lot of games that we can do our picks for and talk about. So it'll be lots of fun. But that's my full 42, guys. Thanks for coming in. You guys are awesome. Take care. Have a great day. Okay. Bye.